Hello everyone, this is the broadcast team of 6 Digits World Cup 2025 and we will be bringing you some interviews from the players in the tournament.
Welcome back everyone to the 6WC Round of 32. My name is Hubba and joining me today is the Chilean captain Kirk, who has World Cup experience across rank ranges and even OSU game modes. This is his first year as the Chilean captain, and with a fresh, well-rounded roster joining him, I'm excited to see how they perform as we go into our bracket stages. Howdy Kirk, welcome to the 6WC stage. How are you feeling one day out from your match against Singapore?
Hello. First of all, I want to thank you for the invitation to this interview. It's really a pleasure to be here. And yeah, I'm really hyped for the match against Singapore. I just literally can't wait to play right now and show what we got as a team.
Of course, this isn't your first time on a World Cup stage. Tell me about your experiences playing with the Chile 4-digit Catch World Cup team.
Yeah, that's right. I played in two editions of the 4D Catch World Cup in 2022 and 2023. In 2022, it was my first time playing in a CTV tournament and my first time playing on a stream as well. So I was really nervous. I struggled a lot to manage the pressure and I wasn't very confident with my skills back then. But next year I had my training arc, I could say, where I had a massive improvement. I remember I dedicated a lot to learning new skills and playing more tournaments, and with that I could help my teammates achieve the second place in the tournament.
It also mentions on your user page that you use different screen resolutions on Catch versus on Standard. What differences do screen resolution changes make for your OSU gameplay?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. I believe that every player should try different resolutions because it can significantly improve their reading and overall comfort. But the main reason that I changed my resolution is because my monitor is quite big and it was hard for me to read nodes that are placed on the edge of the screen. For example, in CTV there are nodes that literally teleport you from one side of the screen to another one, so you need to pay more attention to the edge of the screen. So I use a square resolution to keep all the nodes more center. And in standard is a different story. I was already comfortable with the default resolution, so I just scale it down while keeping the same aspect ratio to allow me to see the notes more clearly. Basically, it's just for reading purposes.
The Chilean team this year seems very well rounded. Can you elaborate more on how your team chemistry is on various skill sets?
Yeah, even I am impressed with the diverse skill set our team has because I didn't actually pick the player for the roster, so when I saw their performance in the qualifiers and practice matches, they really blew me away. But the more important thing about our chemistry is how we decide who plays each map. I think everyone on the team has their main skill set they are comfortable with, but when we need to cover a skill set that isn't necessarily our strong point, these guys just practices and give it the best shot to get the highest score possible, and they often surprise themselves and realize they can actually play that skill set, and it's very funny to see.
What do you think is the most underrated skill set for your team?
Our most underrated skill set is definitely Nomad. In the seed reveal stream, some commentators said we struggled a lot with Nomad but did very well in the mod brackets. But here's the thing, we actually ain't, because we have some player who is their first tournament, and with Nomad being the first bracket to play, it's normal to play with more nerves and you can perform as you want it. And we also had some external issues, like I was dealing with a lot of lag during the entire lobby, so that really affected my performance in general. So I really hope we can perform better in the next row on the Nomad bracket.
And to follow up on that, who do you think is the most underrated player on your team?
I could say the Ultrameo, for sure. He's a very specialized player, so he doesn't often play a lot of maps, but when he does, he just completely takes over. His score on the Hard Rock and Fremont maps in the qualifier were just insane. So if you see his name on the screen, prepare yourself because we are taking that map very seriously.
Chile has had solid success in the past, always managing to get a couple victories before finding their exit. What are your hopes and goals for this year's 6WC?
When we watched the prediction stream and were placed last on the DNQ, we were so pissed off. We are not gonna lie, but our only goal was to qualify and prove the commentators wrong about our roster. But now that we accomplished that, I think our goal is make it to the quarterfinal as a team. I'm pretty sure we have a lot of potential, and who knows, maybe we can go even further than that.
A big thank you to Kirk for this interview, and good luck to Chile as they go up against Singapore right now.
Again, I want to thank you for the interview, and also I want to thanks to all the Chilean players who participated in the trials, and we will do our best to represent Chile as well as we can. So that's it. Thank you so much. Good luck and have fun.
Hey, welcome everybody, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching 6-Digit World Cup in its 2025 iteration. Today we are gonna cover, on paper, one of the closest matches. Just analyzing the matchup itself, it's gonna be Singapore seed 12 versus Chile seed 21. And in the commentary booth, you have me, Philoxen, your festival organizer, your 6WC admin, and joining me today is gonna be our former 5WC co-host, which is Timper. What's up, man? How are you doing?
Hello. I'm doing great. Yesterday I had already 3 matches, so those were already exciting. So let's continue that excitement and into these coming matches as well, with more matches to come later today as well.
Well, yeah, sounds good. As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, this time, the time that we're living in, 14 UTC Sunday, seems like a very popular time amongst like many of the teams, as there is another 2 matches going on right now. So really great time for teams to choose, and kind of tough for commentators and streamers. The streamer for the match is Jorian, by the way, so shout outs to him for taking the care of that match. But yeah, now speaking of the teams, currently they're playing second warm-up, and what I can say is that even though the seed difference seems really big, maybe not that big, but still it's pretty much significant, when analyzing the teams, the funny part that I noticed is that when comparing just average seedings on maps, is that Chile is really similar to Singapore, but Singapore really got their seeding boosted very high up just because of that Nomad 1 and DT1 top 2 scores in quals. So when I don't know, I think Chile has a solid chance of taking like 3, maybe 4 points, maybe even making an upset. So I'm expecting a tough match over here. What do you think, Timper?
Yeah, definitely. With, of course, the round of 32 being a lower star rating than qualifiers, there is just more chance for Chile to try and win some of those closer maps, like in the Hard Rock, where they are quite close together on both maps. The DT does look a little bit more favored. Definitely DT1 looks more favored towards Singapore, but the other DTs are also really close from qualifiers. DT1 actually for Singapore actually being almost a 4-way FC in qualifiers, a 4.1 million score. So that is probably going to be either a protect from Singapore, which I predict. And if they don't protect it, it's probably going to be a ban from Chile.
Yeah, indeed. This Nomad 1 in the round of 32 is kind of similar to what we had in Quals. It's awkward aim as well. Same for DT1. DT1 is your typical generic aim map, so it doesn't really take much effort to analyze how Team Singapore will be feeling on that pool. But now I think we can also cover some of the players, starting from Team Chile. What I noticed is that they have 2, if not 3 players that are higher by individual seeding than all of the Team Singapore players. First one is Kirk, which is seed 86, I believe, followed by Avonao, who is seed 87. And the funniest part is that even though Singapore is seed 12, the highest seeded player that they have is Cochindera, which is seed 107. So really interesting situation here, and I really feel like Singapore is very good at consistency, but when it comes to variety of skill sets, Chile definitely has something to show us. For example, when it came to quals, as Timber already mentioned, those hard rock scores were definitely on par with Team Singapore scores. Also, the hiddens were relatively strong, and of course, we cannot just hide their score on free mod 1, which they got seed 8 on, and for the seed 21 team, this is a really great achievement. They also got 2 easy players playing that free mod 1, which was anti-mode. One of them FC'd the map, the other one got around 500k with easy. I mean, after the multiplier. And countering those 2 players on easy is, I believe, gonna be Kochindera in our today's match, as Kochindera is the only easy hidden FC on Qual's free mod 1. So really excited to see that rivalry as well, and just the overall battle of those carries. And Timper, what do we know about the rest of Team Singapore?
Yeah, Singapore just having a very good variety of players. If you look at the scores per player on each map, it's just that everyone plays a little bit. There's no single player that actually plays every single map. You have players that don't play the hiddens. You have players that just only are there for DT or for hard rock or for the more precision maps. So we do have a bunch of solid tourney experience from the captain and from also Jen Jensen. There are also some newer players in that team, like Lapis Darkness. But most of them actually are returning from 6APC. So they also have some experience from that tournament.
Oh yeah, indeed. But as we were talking about the players, we finally got to the band pick phase of the match, and looks like Kirk just lost a roll by 1 point to King of Flame, the captain of Team Singapore. That's actually crazy. Oh, okay. And because of that, yeah, man. And because of that, King of Flame decided to do the first pick, and therefore we will see a protect from Team Chile coming in first. And as expected, it's gonna be free mod 2. This is a very similar map to what we had in quals, even though there was some more flow, I would say, but still it's your anti-mode that Chile is very versatile on. Regarding the protect from Team Singapore,
We're expecting one.
You're expecting DT1?
Just because of their score in qualifiers, but maybe they have a different map that they're more comfortable on in this round. But just from qualifiers, it is looking like DT1 just because of the score gap from qualifiers.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, you've got a point. And also, I would say DT1 is better choice for them than Nomad 1, but never mind. Looks like they're gonna be going with Ascension to have a Nomad 2 protect, which is very surprising. I don't know how to react to that, honestly. Because
the gap is there, but I think that would be a little bit closer than a DT1, for example.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't do bad.
There's DT1 ban.
What? Oh, DT2.
DT1 ban.
Oh, DT1. Okay, that's a very fair ban from Team Chile. But still, that Nomad 2 protect is kind of a mystery for me.
Yeah. Maybe they just feel more... maybe they just have 3 players that can FC it. You know,
maybe.
It's with lower SR pools, it's just who can FC the maps. Because these earlier rounds are just FCing rounds because of the lower SR, and the better teams will just FC almost every map, or at least have one person that can FC it, and then just win a map like that.
I mean, for sure, but I don't know, if I was Team Singapore, I would try to kind of skill cap the players from Team Chile, while Nomad 2 is, in my honest opinion, is kind of the opposite. It's just tapping, and there is like no flow in the map as well. So I believe Nomad 2 is kind of a free option for Team Chile as well. So we will see how this goes. But as we were speaking, Singapore finally decided to pick DT3. Looks like a very popular tendency to pick DT3 as their first pick from many teams already, from what we've seen. But this is gonna be Absolute Zero, mapped by Aramaikin.
both teams actually from qualifiers having very equal scores on this, so it's going to be interesting to see how they both perform. I don't know how the map was for DD3 in qualifiers, but if it's about the same as the map we have here, it should be an interesting match.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, especially considering in quals, Chile had two players that got got higher scores than everyone on Team Singapore. It was Kirk and Tigato who got 500k, while the highest scores from Team Singapore were from Unlimitedless and Reyes 9288. So I don't know. I'm really excited to see that because it might go, both ways.
Yeah, and we see some good luck have funs in chat, and with that, we're probably just going to go into the map very soon. We have Kingo Flim, Rise, Not Roboco, and Jen Jensen for Singapore, and Kirk, Sushi, Tikato, and Awunao for Chile.
Yep, seems like very balanced lineups. Yeah, and okay, still looks like referee hasn't started the map. But yeah, this is gonna be Absolute Zero, the absolute banger that I'm pretty sure most of you are aware of. We are, well, Jen Jensen is gonna be filling for the map as well. As I'm pretty sure King of Flame, Reyes, and Not Robok are mostly those perma lobby type players, or at least the more active ones. So definitely expecting those three to be visible on most of the other maps. But regardless, the map is starting, and soon we're gonna be hit with the first intersection where Tigato is fighting a first miss.
Yeah, early miss. The map is not that long. It's like 2 minutes 20 if I remember it right. And I do just look at the stats at the bottom there, and it is 2 minutes 20. So every miss is actually kind of bad for these players because with shorter maps, a miss is more score dropping than for longer maps. So no, there's only one FC left for Chile here.
Yeah, and the best player of Team Chile just broke, which is Kirk. The first KI is starting, Kirk is breaking once again, and Singapore is staying unfazed. They are... Tigato is the only one actually now who is holding, as Sushi Dynami and Awanao both broke. It was traded by King of Lim, but this is not enough as there is still 3-way FC going on the side of Team Singapore. Not Roboko, Jen Jensen, and Reyes are all holding really strong, especially Not Roboko with that 97, almost 98% accuracy. Tigato is also on par with him, 97%, but still, this is gonna be really hard to bring back as the score difference is already 200k.
And halfway through the map, we do see that score difference increase with Abu missing again. And that 3-way FC for Singapore still going strong.
Yep, and soon the second K is starting. I believe this is already it. No one is breaking. Kirk, Sushi Dynami found really great recoveries, but there is nothing you can do when there is 3 FCs against you. King of Flame as well recovered really well. Now we're getting in some sort of a slower section, which is really free in terms of combo farming, but still King of Flame found another break, but it doesn't matter as he was not the one FCing. All the teams are seeing the break, and they are realizing that that last KI is gonna be the last hope for Team Chile, and Team Singapore is doing great right now, 700k score difference, and I'm not sure this will go down.
Yeah, it's just a very good pick from Singapore, and just very dominantly showing that they are the better team on this DT, and with that they go 1-0 up in this match.
Yeah, very interesting. As in quals, the score difference wasn't that big, but here in round of 32, I would not expect 800k score difference to be applied on that outcome. Well, mostly I believe this is because Kirk, who was the carry of Team Chile on those tapping maps, just missed like in the middle of the map, or yeah, and I believe it was the first KI, and this was that stole the deal for Team Chile, and Singapore secured the map with 3 FCs, Reyes and Notroboko with 96%, Jen Jensen with 93%, really great combo game in 69 100s, you love to see that. And yeah, with that the match score is 1-0, and now Chile is their time to pick.
Yeah, a an A equals FC for Jen Jensen there. Accuracy being too low to get an S, but it doesn't matter. The map has been won by their team with a good score lead as well. So we're gonna go into the Hard Rock 1. A map you don't see picked very much just because of how difficult it is. Being a more of a techie Hard Rock 1 than your normal Hard Rock 1s you normally see in normal pools, which would be aim-oriented.
Oh yeah, your light tech Hard Rock 1. So, like I'm honestly surprised. I thought Singapore would try to skill cap Chile, but looks like it's the other way around. Chile picking one of the hardest, if not the hardest map in the pool. We are gonna be seeing Te Ultramao first show up in the match. He was the one who I believe almost FC'd or even FC'd Hard Rock 1 in quals. We are also seeing Sushi Dynami, Avanao, and Kirk, who also all played Hard Rock 1 in quals, so expected lineup from Team Chile. Really strong one, and just jumping back to quals, they played Hard Rock 1 better than Singapore, but this time things might be different just because I believe this is a very different skill set. Last time, Hard Rock 1 was your generic aim with those big jumps. And now it's literally tech, and the drain as well is really big. It's almost 4 minutes.
This map is very, very long. It's 3 minutes 40, and it has a lot of. If you know the map Education, Education is a song where there's a lot of repeating sounds. So the patterns will also do that. So there's going to be a lot of like similar patterns that they have to act correctly. But acting this map is hard. So I think we're going to see a lot of act drops. Definitely early, and definitely later on in the map.
Oh yeah, for sure. We are already seeing some. No one on the side of Kirk is holding more than 90% accuracy, except for Kirk. Well, oh no, wait, not even anymore. And yeah, when you're looking at the side of Team Singapore, nothing is going really well for them, as well as on the accuracy department. They are all struggling except for Unlimitedless with 97, just gapping the entire lobby by 7% accuracy. In terms of combo, Chile still holding a 4-way, while Singapore lost 2 FCs on the side of Not Roboco and King of Flame. So it is going to be really close when the first KI starts, but for now, just because of the accuracy advantage that Unlimitedless is doing, they are still in the lead.
Yeah. The accuracy, as I said, is going to be horrible on this map, definitely for these players, because the OD on this map is just very high. It's at a 10. And we do see Race now dropping there, and that means that the score lead is going to go to Chile here. Abu now does break there as well. But there's still 3 FCs for Chile that are increasing their score lead slowly but surely.
Yeah, and another break from Sushi Dynami with Unlimitedless, the one who was holding the best accuracy. This is a critical hit for Team Singapore. And followed by Not Roboco just before the slider, followed by King of Flame. It's a full combo reset on the side of Team Singapore. We are not even halfway through the map, and it's already gonna be a 100k score difference. 2 FCs on the side of Team Chile. Sushi Dynami and Avanao might break, but still, they were not the ones FCing. It's Kirk and Te Ultramao stealing the deal from Team Singapore, and looking forward to have seen the map, but Kirk is missing.
Kirk did miss, but he is better at holding their accuracy higher. They're at 90, where their team is just around 86 or lower. And Singapore is around the same, with only Unlimitedless being at that 95. And that score lead of 100k is still holding because of this insane combo game they had earlier.
I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Te Ultramao is not a type of person to have crazy accuracy, but in terms of combo game, he is one of the best players in the tournament. And this is why he FC'd Hard Rock 1, even though the accuracy was not the best. It's all about combo game, and for now, he is the last reason Chile is still holding on. When you look at the side of Team Singapore, everyone recovered. A Limitless just found a break, but King of Flame, not Traboka, having 500 combo, Reyes with 600. It's literally Te Ultrameo against the world. Sushi Dynami might found a support combo, but still, they gotta hold really strong. And of course, all the spotlight is stolen by Te Ultrameo, and he cannot load any breaks, but he is finding one.
And it's now King of Film and Ray's holding, and that score lead is gonna swap.
Oh no.
And the map is starting to come to the end here. The combos just dropping for Chile, and Singapore holding on to their supports and recovery combos and just winning the map right at the end here. And with
That's
that, they go 2-0 up.
Wait, and the score difference is now 200k. Like, just in a second, it went from Chile winning by 50k to Singapore gapping them by 200k score. Chile really unlucky there, were holding that lead throughout almost the entire map, but Singapore managed to recover and literally just by the skin of their teeth stole that break point actually. So now the match score is 2-0. Crazy scores from Reyes and Unlimitedless. Notre Boca and King of Flame really supported them well. And of course, nice try for the Ultrameo. But it was not enough. Just at the end, their hopes were broken, but still the match is not over. It's only 2-0, and both teams need 5 points to win.
Yeah, both teams indeed need those 5 points to win the best of 9 match. It was just the accuracy, I think, at the end, the accuracy difference being too great, and just that increased how fast the score lead just switched over. And just holding, that just shows how good, how important accuracy is in this score v2 setting, because it is just that important, more important than combo at that point.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not even sure if they still would have won, even if Ultrameo was still holding. And even if he FC'd, I'm not sure that the outcome would have changed, just because of how Singapore recovered really well and everyone on the side of Team Chile just kept breaking at the end. But besides that, we're finally gonna be seeing another pick from Team Singapore, and this one is a more expected one, which is Nomad 1, Cardi B.
Yeah, we're gonna have to stay and go and talking over this song because we're not on. We don't want to get copyright claimed.
Oh no. No, just sing along so that it is counted as a cover.
Yeah. But yeah, this map being, instead of Hidden One being the awkward aim, it's now Nomad One that is the awkward aim.
Yep.
So we're gonna see probably a little bit of a different type of Nomad One, where it's also a little bit shorter than your normal Nomad Ones, where they are normally around 4 minutes, testing consistency, testing jumps. This is a shorter version of the map, or version of Nomad One, where it's test awkward aim.
Yeah, and not only awkward aim, but this map also has some really interesting repetitive like slider 1-2 jump patterns, like in all of the KIs, which are really funny, like to feel like you're hitting them. But yeah, regardless, we're gonna be seeing Kachindra actually hopping into the lobby. Kachindra was one of the players who got that crazy score on Nomad 1 in quals, and I believe everyone else in that lineup also were the ones who made Singapore got the top 2 score in quals on Nomad 1. So a really intimidating lineup from them. Carrick, the Ultrameo, Sushi Dynami, and Avunao, the same lineup that we had for Hard Rock 1, is going to be representing the country for Nomad 1 as well. Another consistency check. And let's see how this will go. So far, doesn't look like we have any good luck, have fun in chat. So it looks like both of the teams are still readying up. But I must say, this map is a true challenge for commentators, as we're gonna be doing our best to not get copyright claimed, so wish us luck, chat. And we're gonna be starting really, really soon.
Yeah, I have no clue how this got into the pool, because I think if you would put this into a badge tournament, it would get auto unbadged because of copyright claims.
Oh,
because that's now a badge standard. So it's gonna be interesting if this makes it into a normal pool. But yeah, with the same lineup for Chile, it's gonna be interesting to see how they do compared to a Hard Rock version. Because Hard Rock, of course, is a lot more different than your normal ones, where the AR is lower, the OD is lower, CS, the bigger circles are a little bit bigger again. So it'll be interesting to see how they compare to what they accomplished in the Hard Rock one.
yep. And of course, try not to get annoyed by the song challenge is starting right now. Finally, both teams are getting loaded to the map. Um, just based off the accuracy, well, we cannot really say anything just because it's like first 5 seconds of the map. But Kochindra, one of the stronger aim players, is gonna be the first one to fall, and the map is not that long, so if Team Chile keeps holding, it might actually be a determining factor, that break from Kochindra. But still, it's a long way to go. It's just early days, and Sushi Dynamic is trading Kochindra right now.
Yeah, there's the early stages of this map with Tilt Mayo also breaking there. The middle of this part of this song is the hardest part in my opinion, where it just goes into more 1-2s and Ultimateless also missing there. Two
Ooh.
combos on each of the sides now, but Sushi breaking again.
Yeah, man, that was the hardest aim pattern of the map, I believe, and we only saw one break throughout that section from Sushi Dynami, and I believe Unlimitedless also missed some time before that. But with that, the combo situation is gonna be slightly on the side of Team Singapore. Jen Jensen Reyes are double FC'd, traded by Kirk and Abu now, but there is still Kachindra and Unlimitedless that are just gapping both Sushi Dynami and Ultrameo by their support scores. We're halfway through the map. Avo now, the second FC of Team Chile is dropping, as well as Cochindra and Ultrameo. That is leaving Singapore in even a more pleasant state, as Carrick is the last one holding, and we are getting it right in the second KI.
Yeah, Ultimately holding an insane accuracy with 99.2 there. His other teammates not doing so great, but the combo is fully on their side here. And you can see that in the score lead, going up to almost 600k with Sushi Nami missing again. Only Kirk on the side of Chile here holding on to that full combo.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty surprised that we are seeing so many breaks at those big sliders. But Kirk is, as I'm saying that, he just found one on that slider. And with that, it's going to be a nail in the coffin for Team Chile. It's already 1 million score difference. And Chile has no FCs left. The support scores are here. But when you look at the left side of your screen, you're seeing those crazy two-way FC going on. Supported by Unlimitedless 500 combo with 99% accuracy. Kachindra also recovered really well, and in the accuracy department, no one is struggling with that. Team Singapore is going to be securing 3-0 match cost.
Yeah, this 3-0 up to Chile now to try and find a map that they can come back on, because if they cannot find a point here, I think it's going to be hard to find a point anywhere. With another banlings coming after this map, it's going to be difficult. Probably take your protect here and try and get that on a win, and then try and get that momentum into after the bans to get back into this match. But it's going to be hard for Chile here to get back into it if they don't find a win here.
Yeah, I'd say just pick Frima 2 as Tim Prasad, just kind of like your last chance, the last stand that you will take, because you just need 1 point, because if not, if you lose your protect, this is going to be really crucial, and Team Singapore also have their protect left that wasn't picked earlier, so they also need to keep that in mind. But looks like Chile is doing the most safe option by picking Jade Star, and yeah, your anti-mode classic free mode 2, which is Jade Star, kind of rhythmic, kind of old mapping map, which is really actually enjoyable for free mode 2, as free mode 2 maps are usually, well, they're not very great to play, but this one is actually one of the more like banger side of the pool. And jumping back, I must congratulate us. Good luck to, good job, Timper, for covering that no mod one, so we're not getting copyright claimed.
Yeah.
So let's go. But yeah, enough trolling. Prima 2 is gonna be your next map.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna see some easy coming in from Chile to try and get some edge on the multiplier. Let's just say before the match starts, if there is an easy picked on one of these clients, the score that is displayed on that client will be multiplied by 1.8 and added to the total score at the bottom of the screen. So the total score at the bottom of the screen will actually be real-time score for the score difference.
Yep, very informative. But actually, Timper, let's make a prediction how many Isis we will see in that lobby out of those 8 players. I'm expecting at least 2. What do you think?
There might be a chance of 3, I think, if you take into account what easy was picked on the frame in the qualifiers.
Oh yeah, you're right. I believe there was double easy going on from Chile. One of them was also with easy hidden. And Singapore also had an easy player in the face of Kachindra with easy hidden. And from Chile, I'm expecting, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, it was Amber, Brigido, and Tigato with easies. And we're seeing both of them in the lobby. And we're gonna find out really, really soon if your prediction was right.
Wait, what did it say? No easy versus easy and easy hidden versus easy hidden. What?
What? No, there's no way.
Okay, we have hidden, and hard rock on the side of Singapore, and we do see easy hidden coming in from Amber, and we see an easy coming in from Tigato, and a hard rock from Kirk.
Wait, okay, so 2 easies is what we're gonna be seeing. Unfortunately, Kachindra not taking easy hidden. The only player who have seed Fremont 1 was easy hidden last time. But still, you got easy from Amber, Brigado, and Tigato, which was pretty much expected. A very ballsy decision here, especially that easy hidden choice. But so far, looks like it is working out. Avonao is breaking, but still, it was not Traboka and Unlimitedless who broke before him. So it's now 2 versus 2, actually.
Amber does find a break there. It's now Tigato versus Kuchindra with the FCs, and the support combos are coming back up for Chile here. I think they might outscore Singapore by a little bit at some point when they get into higher combos. And the Limitless does find a break there, losing a support combo to Kuchindra. And now it's just, I think, an act battle because the score is actually going towards Singapore.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to easy multipliers, of course, the maximum score you can get is 900k and not 1 million or anything close to that. So this is kind of dragging Team Chile back, but still, Tigato is doing his best, trading out Kachindra. Everyone else has recovered. Looks like they felt a bit nervous right at the beginning of the map. But I just must say, oh my god, the score is flickering. We're gonna be seeing the second KI pretty much soon, still no breaks. And as for a protect from Team Chile, this is not looking very stable from them right now.
There is 2 good combos on the side of Chile now, though, with Kirk and Wanao, and Tigato is still holding that FC. But it's an FC with hidden, so it's only 900k, as you said. So it really is up to Tigato to hold that, to at least get a very high easy score. And Amber actually has that hidden as well, so I don't know if that's going up back up to 1 million because of that, but easy does give you a little bit more score multiplier.
Wait, I believe someone just got a lot of 100s on those streams, and therefore the score difference is actually now 100k. But like no one broke, but Kirk just broke as I was saying that, and now the score lead is shrinking rapidly. Will this be enough for Team Chile? Was another break from Avonao, but there is not enough time for Team Singapore to bring it back. The Hard Rock 1 situation is not happening again, and this time Chile is getting their point, no break point this time. Really great way to win your protect.
I see it.
You see it? Oh my god.
He got
Why
that.
why would he do that? Why would he do that?
Yeah, really good score from Chile there. Very close in the ending with some breaks coming in right at the end. But it is Chile that takes their protect and gets. And now we can actually go into another banlings round where both teams get to ban one more map. And then we go back into the picking. And we do see a Hard Rock 2 ban coming in from Chile. Or sorry, Singapore. Oh, it is Chile. Or no? Oh, no.
Wait.
It's the R2, okay. Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's okay.
It is Singapore Hard Rock 2 ban, a DT2 ban from Chile.
Yeah, sounds good from both of the teams. I mean, yeah, Singapore banning Hard Rock 2 because even though they won Hard Rock 1, the difference still was not that high, and considering Chile was winning that Hard Rock 1 for most of the map, it's kind of a tricky choice for Singapore to go for Hard Rock 2. So this is why we are seeing the ban. While Chile looked like they realized that, yeah, Singapore is really great on tapping when it comes to low SR, because they completely gapped them on DT3 and also protected Noma 2. Therefore, Noma 2 ban from Team Chile sounds very good to me. And as was expected, Singapore is replying to Chile's protect with their own protect. We are going to be seeing Ascension to Heaven.
Yeah, and it is a DT2 ban, not a Noma 2 ban.
Oh, yep.
And it's a
Oops.
and
Oopsie.
it's a pick indeed. Noma 2. Ascension to Heaven, probably one of the most well-known songs next to Freedom Dive. And this map is just, the early stages are a little bit more calm. There are some streams and bursts, but the more stamina heavy parts come later in the map, so it's going to be up to the players to preserve some stamina for those later stages of this map and try and FC. And accuracy is also a very important factor on this map because the map is only 2 minutes 30. So if you don't have a good accuracy, your score is gonna take a very significant hit.
Yep, indeed. And we're gonna be seeing the first appearance of the last KFC for Team Singapore. He was the one who played Nomo 2 in quals, and I believe is a more prepared mechanics player, the stronger one in Team Singapore. Followed with King of Flame, Unlimited Les, and Jen Jensen. As was expected, those three are usually showing up for a solid chunk of the maps that they are playing, as they are the core players. And for Chile, nothing much is changing. Kirk, Tigato, Sushi Dynami, and Avunao are in the lobby. They usually show up for most of the maps. And with that, while looking at SpongeBob Ascended to Heaven, I'm absolutely in love with this background. I can't lie. We're going to be starting the map with some of the smaller bursts, but surprisingly already a triple break.
Yeah, 2 breaks coming from Singapore and 1 from Ono. And Last KFC, for some reason, just not finding their flow in the early stages of this map. Let's see how they perform later on. We do see some act drops from them, but it should be fine for the early stages, but it might still impact their team score by quite a bit if this does keep going like this.
Yeah, I totally agree. And even though the last KFC has less combo than Avunao, who just recovered to 300, and with another break, the score difference is actually not getting that fast switched to Chile, just because of the accuracy. But as I was saying, King of Flame finding a break, the core player, probably the best player, tapping player, and the side of Team Singapore is gonna be fighting a break right before a really slow section with free combo. This is allowing Team Chile to take over the lead with basically 4-way FC. Well, considering Avunao is not FC, but still, just because of the accuracy, you could technically count that as a low accuracy FC. So yeah, really excited to see how the second KI will go, and if Chile gets to win a break point on Team Singapore's protect, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and now we go into this more stamina heavy section of the map where we go into these longer stream sections, and this really tests the player's stamina we're going to see probably a lot of act drops. Jensen does find a miss there. Everyone so far holding pretty well. Ringo in 700 combos. Score lead increasing. Jensen finding another miss. It's still Jensen, the only one that finds the miss, and it's last KFC that does find another one. Singapore falling apart a little bit. Chile still holding strong.
Oh, this is not good for Team Singapore. They lost 3 FCs. They are winning by the accuracy, but it doesn't matter because Chile got the combo game going on here. They got a Mightfall, but his teammates are supporting him really well. 3-way FC. The accuracies are not the best, but the team spirit is here. 97% accuracy from Aonao, followed by Sushi Denami and Kirk with 93 and 94 accuracies respectively.
That's a breakpoint on a protect for Singapore.
Yeah, that's a crazy moral boost, I must say. Unlimited Less top scored the lobby shoutouts to him, but it was not enough. 600k score gap on your protect. I guess Timper, we were doubting that protect for a reason, and this is exactly what happened. Chile just took a breakpoint on the protect because they are generally a more, I believe, just like consistency stronger team when it comes to low SR. So 2-3, Singapore definitely took a hit by their mental state, but still they have the lead. They have 1 point in the pocket that Chile doesn't have, and it's in favor of Chile to try and get that match to a tie right now.
Yeah, we still have normal 3 through hidden 2 left to be picked. Of course, normal 3 being more consistent ult and snap aim, or what is snap aim in this SR. Normal 4 a little bit more tech oriented. Normal 5 being more rhythm focused. The hidden 1 actually being, since normal 1 is the offered aim pick in this pool, hidden 1 is now actually a skill set that is normally seen in hidden 3. So the flow aim is going to be tested there, and the hidden 2 is just your normal hidden 2, but this time with more of a stacking reading skill check. So it is really up to Chile to find a map that they're comfortable on and try and tie this matchup.
Yeah, I am not sure, but if I were to guess, I would maybe try something like Nomad 5, as it is a gimmick map. I understand it's not low AR, which Chile is more comfortable on when it comes to gimmicks, but still it is a gimmick, and I believe those easy players are going to be feeling really comfortable on the map. Considering they won free mod 2, this might work out. But looks like Kirk is gonna be rolling to this to determine the pick. You'll have to see that, and it's gonna be no mod 4 Starfall. Okay,
It'll be interesting to find out what the other map was.
Oh yeah.
What is the other map? If there's 2 maps that they wanted to choose,
Definitely not
no
mod
What was
3.
the other one?
I guess we will see if Chile wins that map, because if they don't, it's gonna be 4-2, and Singapore will pick another map, and there is a sole chance they will win. So if Chile leaves for a longer, we will find out. But to see that, we will need to see the outcome of that Nomad 4, which is relatively short and very difficult when it comes to the second KI, because those sliders they are like just all this over the screen, really big ones, and have those slider takes in the worst places possible. Gonna be really interesting to see how this will go, but for the first minute of the map, I believe everyone will be holding on really well. I don't know how many FCs I'm expecting. I guess like 3 or 4 maybe. What do you think?
I think not many, because there is a very high chance of slider breaking on this map. Just because of those weird slider take placements.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, regarding the lineups, looks like Singapore is sending out their best individual stats players: Kachindra, Notrabako, Unlimitedless, and Jensen. While Chile is literally all 4 same people, just almost perma-lobbying most of the maps. Kirk, Teltramau, Avana, and Sushi Denami are in for the money.
This is just a normal 4 lineup from qualifiers for Chile here.
Oh,
For Singapore, it's a little bit different. where King of Film actually played the Nomad 4 in qualifiers.
Ooh,
Instead of, I think,
interesting.
Jen Jensen, actually.
Jindura, not Roboco, and Limitless.
Do you see everyone load in?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and for Chile, I believe it's the same lineup that was in qualifiers. Still waiting for players to skip the map. And ladies and gentlemen, Starfall is going to be starting in 3, 2, 1.
Once again, we do see something that we see in every map so far, just those act drops early on. Sometimes they do recover from it, but so far we have seen a lot of lower accuracy scores, and Tsunami finding the first match of this map and Jensen following suit.
Yeah, as expected from Kirk and Alva, now they are the two that are holding the highest accuracies from their team. While the Ultra Mao is still holding an FC, but with worse accuracy, his combo gaming is paying off. But Kirk, one of those FCs just broke. Sushinami is recovering though. But once again, just based off the accuracies, when there is two players holding 99% and Limitless and Kochindra on Nomad 4, it's gonna be really hard to bring back. As I'm speaking, the score is already on the side of Team Singapore, and it is almost reaching the 400k now.
Yeah, and Ultramao and Tsunami both breaking just now. And Awano breaking right before that break. That's devastating. That score just is gonna explode right after this, with Singapore still holding on everyone, some like almost full combos on everyone except for Jensen, who found a miss very early on in the map. And on Chile's side, there is just nothing except for Kirk, who is trying to recover after their own break. Jensen, Ultimateless, and the Ultramao do find misses there though.
Yeah, so the question for now is, I believe, how many FCs will survive till the end of the map? So far it was 3, but Unlimitedless just found a break. Kochindra and not Roboco though are just staying untouched by nobody, and they are securing those two FCs with 96 and with 93 and 98% accuracy actually from Kochindra.
Two same accuracies. 98.8.
Oh, no way. Well, that's crazy. But yeah, unlucky for Team Chile here. It's gonna be a match point for Team Singapore, 4-2. The good point is that Chile, they have a choice to decide the next map. Oh, never mind. It was a breakpoint. Wait, this is not looking good.
And it is indeed not looking good. But one thing, from what I think, if Singapore is more going towards tapping maps, I think Hidden 1 could be a good shout. I don't know how good they are in terms of the hidden side of tapping, because that is a whole different skill set on its own because of how you read streams. So that might be a pick for them. And almost 3 is probably also a good shout just because of how consistent the map is. Hidden 2 probably not going to be picked here. At least I doubt it, just because of their scores from qualifiers. And Nomad 5 being, I think, another coin flip. I think just Nomad 3 and Nomad 5 are coin flips. The Hidden 1 could still be favored towards Singapore, but with their performance in the Nomad 2, I don't know how confident they would feel on that.
And it looks like it's gonna be Nomad 5 actually. Because, yeah, I was thinking that Hidden is kind of a middle ground for both of the teams, just based on their qualifier scores. Chile did better than Singapore on Hidden 1, but Singapore did better than Chile on Hidden 2. So I would not go for Hidden. And actually, I was expecting Nomad 3 to get picked just because Singapore got top 12 in quals on Nomad 3, but looks like it's not gonna be happening. We are gonna be seeing a rhythm gimmick.
This Nomad 3 is very long though. The Nomad 3 in this poll is like almost 4 minutes.
Oh, so yeah, I guess not. I guess they just decided to avoid the RNG.
And it's RNG, and it's late in the match, so longer maps will definitely bring with a lot more stamina drain and focus loss. So definitely when it's a longer map like Nomad 3, that there is still here, and we see this Nomad 5 being a little bit shorter. I think this was a good pick for them. Just, I think it's going to be a little bit of a coin flip with Chile also having a little bit more like pep in their step with those 2 points.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And in terms of like the variety of gimmick players, I believe Chile has more of those. So I don't know how this will go for Team Singapore. I think there is a solid chance that Team Chile might take a breakpoint here. They have Tigato and Amber Brigida joining the lobby. Those two are really good at easy. Kachindra is, of course, I believe, is going to be the anchor of Team Singapore. The question is how well his teammates will support him.
Yeah, and with Norobico, Unlimited Cliss, and Jensen next to them, it's a very good normal team like this. Just up to Chile to get their roster ready. I think they're quite chatty in the chat, as you see at the bottom.
Good luck at that.
Last map, please, says Kirk. But if Chile finds a breakpoint here, there's a chance we can go into that last pick for them, and maybe even tiebreaker.
Maybe, but I mean, was that mental from Kirk, the team captain, saying "last map, please"? It doesn't sound like he wants to keep playing the match.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, Kirk is the one with the most tournament experience, and definitely a higher digits tournament experience with their catch experience. So it's interesting to see them say that. But let's see how they perform on this map. I do see some early act drops from Amber, which are not traded on the side of Singapore, which is why you see the score lead in favor of Singapore here.
Yeah, though I must say this time Chile is not doing bad in the accuracy department at all. Their Tigati was 99.5 accuracy and everyone else holding at least 94%, which is quite good, but with that break from Jensen, actually the score is gonna be flipping towards Team Chile's 30k score difference, and it is only going up by now. We are not even in the first KI, it's only a build up for it, but still it's a very solid difference for Team Chile right now. But Tigato and Amber Brigado with the best accuracies in the lobby just found a double break.
It's not great for Chile with Jensen recovering well and Singapore having another 3 FCs on their side. This score lead is going to go into their favor. It's really up to Chile here to hold on to those 2 FCs they still have and to try and recover from those 2 breaks. And they just have to hope that Singapore finds their own breaks. We do see an act drop from Kochindra, but with their FC still going strong, it's looking like Singapore is taking this map so far, and Tigato does find another break there.
Yeah, very unexpected. Tigato and Amber, the gimmick players of the team, they were the first ones to fall. And with that, Kachindra is gonna be just a certain dominance on the map. Already 200k score difference, supported by Nostrabaka and Unlimitedless, with really good accuracies as well. Not even mentioning Jensen with that 97% accuracy, coming back with almost 600 combo already. Unlimitedless found a break, but that got traded by Avonau and Amber Brigado. Nothing is helping Team Chile here. Kirk is trying his best, but the map is really soon is about to be handed, and with the last break from Kirk, I think this is gonna be the nail in the coffin for Team Chile.
Yeah, the map is only about 1/5 of the map left there, maybe even less. And with another break from Avonau, and the rest of Singapore still holding pretty strong, its score lead is going to increase and increase and increase, and it's already too late for Chile to come back here. And with that, we're going to see Singapore move on to the round of 16 winners bracket, and Chile unfortunately must go down to the lower bracket in the round of 16.
Yep, congratulations for Team Singapore advancing in the round of 16. Chile really had a strong start on the map, but later just crumbled apart and got almost 1 million score difference. They though honestly put a really great fight against Team Singapore, getting 2 points off of them, and one of them was the protect. So if I were on the side of Team Chile, I would be really proud of them. But with that, Singapore is actually gonna be advancing to round of 16 with their next opponent being Russia. So gonna be definitely a really tough challenge for them. So Team Singapore, make sure you make your homework really well, because Team Russia is definitely not a sleeper team, and they are one of the strongest team in the tournament. While Team yeah, Chile is gonna be dropping and fighting Team United Kingdom in losers bracket, I believe.
Let's see. I can't see them here. We do see Singapore against Russia indeed, and Chile, United Kingdom.
All right, interesting matchups, man. We are gonna have like so many crazy matchups in round of 16, but for round of 32, which is happening now, we haven't even seen any tiebreaker. Like, I'm really sad, because the closest, I think, it was Brazil versus Japan, which went 5-3. So
Actually, funny thing about that.
Yeah?
The funny thing is, match 16 between Vietnam and France is currently 4-3.
Actually, wait, and I believe this is happening on the second Twitch channel.
I think
Yeah.
second channel, yeah. So if you want to go there, you can go there for a little bit. And we actually have another match coming up real soon, like in a few minutes. So we're going to take a small break. You guys can listen to a interview from, I think it was, check, I think Italy?
No, Italy will be after the match. But yeah, for now,
Okay.
I believe we will see India's interview
Okay.
regarding their next match.
And
So
that's for
yeah.
a match at 17 UTC later today. So
Oh, that's 17. Okay.
yeah,
Then
I don't know if that's for now.
all right. Yeah, but in a few minutes we're actually gonna be seeing Team Indonesia, aka Zurilia Carry, versus Team Italy Seed 31. So if you wanna see that, join us in a few minutes. But for now, we are gonna be taking a short break. In the commentary booth, you had me, Philoxen. Joining me today was Timper. Thanks to our referee Cubitive, and thanks to our streamer Jorian. But for now, we're gonna be signing off, and we will see you guys again really, really soon.
Yep.
Bye bye.